President Jose Ferrero decided to abolish the military in 1948 in Costa Rica because he didn't see the need for a military after their victorious win of the Civil War in 1948. President Ferrero, however, created a public force that he would use to defend Costa Rica. Costa Rica is also known to be one of the most peaceful countries in the world. The most educated people, less hunger, happier people. So for Jose Ferrero, he didn't see the need since there were no wars against other countries or even within his own country. And therefore, he thought the best thing to do was to abolish the military of Costa Rica.
So Costa Rica has room in their GDP to contribute towards other factors in the country besides the military. So one, they definitely invested into their education, where the literacy rate went up to 96%. There are even more teachers than police officers. Then they also invested into their public health. Now every city, from rural to urban areas, has a hospital, and 82% of their people have some sort of social health insurance. Now, they also contributed to the nature aspect to contribute towards their tourism. They opened up more nature parks, and now the tourist industry in Costa Rica provides $2.8 million to the country. And then they also help to enhance their foreign relations with their neighbors. They definitely opened up an inter-American treaty where now they can talk to their neighboring countries and make sure that they're all in good terms with military dependence that they need.
So Costa Rica decided to devote 20% of their national budget to education. And beside the public force that they have, they also have something called Unidad Especial de Intervención, which is also known as the Special Intervention Unit. And what that does is it protects from drug trafficking and terrorism. And there's also something called the Department of Intelligence and Security, which is also a largest part of the Unidad Especial de Intervención. And Costa Rica hopes that other countries adopt the same practice, no military practice, as they have done.
Despite the many social benefits in Costa Rica spending, there was negative aspects about their military spending. There were 3 cons. The first one being that the militia, was cut down to 7,000 men in 1949 by President Jose. The second con was that the country was left defenseless, and they had to ask their neighboring countries for help. It was noted that they asked the U.S. for $8 million in aid.
In conclusion, we were able to see the numerous ways why Costa Rica was able to survive and thrive without a military economically. Even through the recession period, Costa Rica's tourism was able to actively thrive and increase the economy. This is largely due to the safe zone of not having a military. They increased their income from $800 million all the way up to $4 billion in 2016. This goes to show that through the right economic decisions, even if a country takes a different approach, it can easily prove its benefits.